Oh, wow. We made it.
We've made it. And just in the nick of time, too.
That's right.
I was about to head out.
Feels good. I got my pants on. I was
Yeah, you're wearing shorts.
I felt like John Fetterman before this.
He's like damn John Fetterman, like Pennsylvania Senator.
John
Fetterman.
Pennsylvania senator leaves house in sweatpants. Doesn't even leave the house, I don't think.
He's too depressed to leave the house.
He's too depressed. Is he still depressed? Is he still aching in sadness?
Well, as far as if it's anything like my life, it never goes away.
It's just a kind of a dull sting.
Yeah.
Dull sting. He just can't put on pants.
He just can't put on
He's a U.S. senator, but he just can't put on pants.
Well, we should think about, Trump's not wrong about maybe acquiring Greenland.
So we
should hear him out. That's what Fetterman said.
Fetterman said.
Yeah, we should hear him out.
Is John Fetterman a Democrat or a Republican?
Well, he's a
bit of a maverick.
He's a bit of a maverick.
Sort of like John McCain.
That's how I would. He's a maverick.
They call him the Maverick.
Call him the Maverick.
They call him Maverick.
Yeah, but I believe he's a Democratic senator.
Now, through history, you'd think that there'd be other, big politicians who had clinical depression, but they never got away with wearing sweatpants. Like, I think, Franklin Pierce was, horribly depressed. He was the president of the U.S. in the 18-somethings.
Yeah, forgotten. One of our most
forgotten.
One of our most forgotten presidents.
One of the most forgotten presidents. Horribly depressed, huge alcoholic.
Yeah.
I think his wife died the day before he became the president or something.
Poor
But
guy.
he put on a full fucking suit.
He put on a full suit.
Three-piece suit.
Yeah.
Sat there behind the Resolute desk. He had some Johnny Walker Reserve in the bottom drawer that he would take a few pulls in the morning, a few in the afternoon.
And he was the goddamn president.
He was the president.
Not some bullshit senator from Pennsylvania.
He put on a fucking suit.
He put on a suit.
Suits back then, there's 4 pieces to the suit.
I know, and they probably itched like fucking crazy.
Oh my God, you're probably throwing powder inside of them and shit. And they have the weird ruffly thing right here on your neck.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's making me ill just thinking about it. And then this fucking guy, he can't even wear it. He's got to wear a sweatshirt and basketball shorts. He's dressing like he's in a fucking Adam Sandler
He's got a
movie.
fucking Syracuse basketball sweatshirt on and some basketball shorts.
Yeah, I know.
It's the saddest thing I've ever seen. But we're all rooting for Fetterman. I kind of felt like him earlier. That's what I do. I if I'm sluggish to start a day, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to be Fetterman today. I'm going to put on some pants.
Right.
I'm going to go outside. Go do something. I'm going to be in the world. You can't have a Fetterman day.
You can't have a Fetterman day.
You can't go full Fetterman all day long.
You can't, no. And I was worried when I showed up. I mean, it was 11:30. You're just now making breakfast. You got fucking bed head. You got your shorts on. I go, Joe, I'm worried about you. This might be a Fetterman day.
To be honest, I was tracking towards Fetterman Day until you came over.
I know. And I was trying to. I couldn't remember. This is our second time recording in the new studio. I couldn't remember the number. And I called you 15 times, no answer.
I called me 15 times. I was in bed. I looked at the phone ringing. I threw it across the room. I rolled over.
I just can't. I can't. Today.
I slipped into some old underwear and splashed some water in my face.
Yeah. I was really worried about it.
Fetterman Day.
It's a Fetterman Day. I was up bright and early. I went to the laundry.
You're up bright and early.
Laundromat, dropped off my laundry. And we used to live together. I don't think that's any secret.
No secret.
And you moved out.
And I moved out.
But we used to go to the same laundry.
Things have never been the same.
Things have never really been the same. And,
never really fully recovered.
Yeah. I'm kind of like an open wound. But... Bit of a Fetterman of your own. Yeah, but a Fetterman of my own. But I still get up early, put my pants on while I get time. But so I still have to go to the laundry guy, and we used to go together.
Oh yeah, Mr. Chang.
Mr. Chang, and I was wearing my backpack because I have to lug all these papers over here now.
Okay.
So I had my backpack on, and I had my laundry bag, and he goes to weigh it,
Yeah.
And then he writes the weight down, and he has you sign the paper. So
yeah. Where's so
I'm signing my name. I'm not looking at him, and he's a Chinese guy. Okay, so I'm not looking.
Why'd you say it like that?
Well, to explain, he goes, working,
believe it's Chinese man.
He's Chinese. Oh, you're right. Chinese guy wrote The Art of War. But, so I'm writing my name down, and I hear him go, working? And I thought he was talking to somebody using one of the washing machines.
So you did. You just didn't say a word.
I think you didn't acknowledge him. And then he goes, you. And I go, huh?
You.
I go, huh? He goes, working? I go, no, not today, not working today. And he goes, oh, then he points to my backpack. He goes, oh, I thought you may be working. I go, no, podcast.
Did you actually say podcast?
No. I go,
You should have opened it up and pulled out 50 Wall Street journals. I go, no, I have schizophrenia.
no, actually, I do a podcast. I read the Wall Street
I
Journal.
travel around the city with 2 weeks worth of Wall Street journals. Because I was recently diagnosed with Fetterman syndrome. And this is all I have.
No, I just said, oh no, I'm just out and about. But I was just thinking of what if I actually answer? I'm like, oh, I do a podcast.
I do a podcast. It's called Echo Chamber.
It's called Echo Chamber.
And he's like, yeah, I heard. he listens to
Oh
it.
yes, big fan.
Big fan. Big fan of pepper and salt. That's great. Yeah. Wow, Mr. Chang.
Mr. Chang, he misses you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I should go pay him a visit. Now, I still go to the barber down the street from the old place.
Yeah.
Who hates Chinese people. He does.
Yeah, he told me that.
He's a Turkish guy.
Yeah.
And he hates bicycles, and he associates bicycles with China. And so he gave me a kind of a whole racist spiel one time.
Yeah.
But and I've talked about this before, but when somebody's got a razor to the back of your neck,
Yeah, you go.
yeah, couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. But somehow, everybody riding bikes, they're turning us Chinese is what you...
Yeah, the whole city's gone Chinese.
That's what he told you.
It's gone Chinese.
And then you have it a little more off the top.
Yeah. He goes, anyway, just square around on the back. I've never known what to say. Have you?
Well, I didn't even have to... I didn't...
You didn't start getting your hair cut till about two and a half months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, by somebody I didn't know because my mom used to.
You were a damn mop head before.
I was a mop head. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a damn mop head.
Yeah.
Dirty hippie mop head.
You were tuning in and tuning out or whatever the fuck.
Timothy Leary, he was my idol.
Yeah. Dropping acid and...
But yeah, I never until I moved here, I never had to pay for a haircut. And I may have told this story on the pod, but I can tell it again. It's kind of a fun story. The first time, and you're in for a treat. The first time I got my haircut here in New York City, beautiful New York City.
my first New York City haircut.
I had my ex-girlfriend take a picture. No, but I went to this guy, and
Barber. You went to a barber.
I went to a guy, and he was he was not from here. I don't know where he was from.
Okay. Well, you're in Queens after all. So.
Well, this was when I was living on the Upper West Side.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know me. I'm not great at small talk, and I never claimed to be, and I never tried to be.
You don't like big talk. You don't like
I
small
don't like
talk.
small talk. I don't like any talk. Really. But so he's trying to make small talk, and he goes, "Where are you from?" And I go, "Indiana."
Mm-hmm.
And then just complete and total silence.
He goes, "Oh."
For like 4 minutes. And he's cutting my hair, and he goes, finally he goes, "We're at in India." I go, Indiana.
Bangladesh. Bangladesh. Well, I told you when I was in an Uber in Philadelphia, and then we were driving by. I'm not from Philadelphia. I spent no time really in Philadelphia at all. Driving by the stadiums.
Yeah.
The Uber driver goes, "Can you believe what they're doing with these stadiums?" And I go, "What are they? What are they doing to? I'm not from here. What's going on with the stadiums?" And he goes, "Just look at them." and then I go, "Are they remodeling them or something?"
Yeah.
He didn't say a word. Complete total silence for 18 minutes. He takes me to a Philly cheese restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm going to meet my friend Justin.
Yeah.
Who was living at Philly at the time.
Right.
Friend of the show.
Welcome anytime. Justin.
And,
Great guy, very funny.
And he pulls up to the Philly cheesesteak place.
Yeah.
the Uber driver, and he goes, "You know what? I'm a little hungry myself."
He joined you.
Parks the car, gets out of the Uber.
That's wild.
That should be illegal. You shouldn't be able to go where I'm going. That's fucking crazy.
That's wild.
Turned off the car, keys in his pocket. Walks, and then we both stand in line together at a Philly cheesesteak place.
Wow.
And Justin's not there yet.
That's hilarious.
He's 15 minutes late.
That's hilarious. So did you feel like you had to continue talking to this guy?
No, we didn't say where. He sat on a table right, two tables away from me and just sat there eating a Philly cheesesteak.
Wow.
I sat there on my phone waiting for
my
friend.
You sat there on your phone. You hit no tip.
You should, yeah, exactly. You can't go to the place that you're driving somebody to.
That's crazy.
That should be outlawed. Well, Trent, do you want to tell the folks at home, remind them perhaps what our podcast is?
Yes, I would love nothing more, Joe. This is the Echo Chamber podcast with Joe and Trent, the only podcast where two comedians read the Wall Street Journal because one of us gets it for free from work. And would you like to give us a little rundown of the stories we'll be covering today?
Yeah, so we're going to give you guys a rundown of the stories we are going to be reading from the Wall Street Journal today. First, our good friend Elon Musk. We're hearing from Elon Musk.
Oh, boy. I think it's going to be a fun... filled with all of our favorite characters.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, Elon Musk finds time to reach a video game milestone.
Oh, good for him.
So we're
glad he could find the time.
We're gonna hear about Elon Musk. He's awesome at Diablo 4.
Gosh. Well, Joe.
It's really cool.
That's really cool. So you know what else is cool? The balance of power shifting back to the bosses.
Oh, good. Oh, great. Yeah, bend over and eat shit. That's what they said. It's a new mantra.
Yeah, it's a new mantra.
Oh, the big bosses have the power again?
Yeah.
Good. You'd hate for them to lose
we
it.
had it for about 60 days.
And by God, they'll never let it slip again.
They learned from their mistake. They learned it quick.
Yeah, they'll never let it slip away again. Well, then we're going to be hearing from our good friend, hip-hop star Drake.
Oh,
Drake.
Yes, Drake.
Well, Drake.
You know, I love Drake. I can't stop listening.
Yeah, we love his music.
yeah.
Trent and I often...
I love all his discography.
We love his discography. We'll often say, Alexa, Siri, play Drake... play YOLO by Drake.
Down for what?
Down for what? So we'll often say that. But Drake, well, he's had a rough year, right? He's had a rough year.
Well, Kendrick Lamar, I believe he's accused him of being a pedophile or something.
Well, he's taken it pretty hard, Drake,
Yes.
and to the point that he is suing Universal Music for defamation of character.
Jeez.
So we're going to be hearing about that riveting lawsuit. Pretty interesting.
You know you lost in the rap battle.
Yeah,
You get
your
lawyers,
press charges.
You get lawyers involved.
Yeah, they used to cap people. They used to do drive-by shootings. Now they go to court.
Yeah.
We've lost our edge.
Yeah, jeez.
But Canadians for you. So.
That's true. He is Canadian. Well, Joe, it's about time. It's about time the world meets the real Mark Zuckerberg.
I had a feeling we'd be hearing from him too. Well, I'd wondered for decades, who is he really?
I mean, who is the real Mark?
And what makes him tick? And I guess we're going to find out
we're
in
about
our
to
final
find out.
story. But before we get to our...
Turns out it's anything Trump likes is the real Mark.
Yeah. Also, didn't he do the same thing? He went full woke 10 years ago.
Yeah.
He just is a fucking absolute chameleon.
Scumbag.
This is a scumbag chameleon, unlike our friend Elon Musk. Well, Trent, this is from the Wall Street Journal.
Oh.
Musk, being Elon,
Yes.
finds time to reach video game milestone.
Oh, boy.
The head of 6 companies says he's one of the world's best players of Diablo 4.
Jesus Christ.
Well, this is the front page of the Wall Street Journal, by the way. This past fall, Elon Musk unveiled Tesla's new robo-taxi, launched dozens of rockets, and spent weeks campaigning on behalf of President-elect Donald Trump. He also notched another achievement that some say is even more impressive. The billionaire declared himself to be one of the world's best players of Diablo 4, a blockbuster video game set in a dark fantasy realm.
Blockbuster video. The word blockbuster apparently doesn't mean anything anymore.
Well, I guess it made a lot of money. Right? Isn't that all it means?
I guess so. But I mean, who's talking about Diablo 4?
I don't know. I haven't heard about it for. I guess I've heard of it. But
I've heard of I've heard of Diablo, the first one.
The first one. Well,
My babysitter used to play it when I was a young lad.
it's been around that long?
Yeah.
I thought these came out like 10 years ago.
No, it was a computer game, and I remember I had like the fucking
Sort of a desktop.
devil on the cover of it.
Yeah. It's bone chilling, really. So, it's a fantasy realm game where you can make elixirs and slay demons.
Oh, fun. That's cool.
And Musk
that's every game, I think. Every game I've ever seen anybody playing is they fucking make elixirs and they slay demons.
This one's really hard.
This one's really cool.
Yeah. Quote, so many life lessons to be learned from speedrunning video games on max difficulty, Musk wrote on his social media platform X. So many life
This guy's
lessons.
the biggest fucking loser in the world.
I know, it's crazy. He's such a fucking loser. So many life lessons to be learned from speed running video games on max difficulty.
Jesus Christ almighty.
Doesn't a speed run of a video game take all of the fun, joy out of it? You're just trying to get through it as fast as possible.
But remember that other guy last week where he was cheating at Halo? It's like, what's the point? It's
cheating at Halo. Get a
don't
life.
understand.
Get a life. You're going to cheat at Halo?
yeah,
Well, Musk wrote...
doesn't make any sense.
He wrote that before an announcement that he just cleared the highest tier of the section of the game called The Pit.
Oh, wow. It's about time he got a fucking break.
In under 2 minutes. Musk cleared the pit in under 2 minutes.
Like to fucking throw him in a pit.
Such an accomplishment requires more than just expertise in monster slashing. It takes dozens of hours just to reach the highest tier, which is level 150. The pit was only added to the game in May, and the latest section kicked off on October 7th, resetting all players' progression to level 1. That suggests Musk made his way to the top level in 45 days or less. Wow. All while helping Trump put together his transition into the Oval Office.
Team Doge.
How does he find the time?
How does he find it?
He's going around with his Team Doge and then
addict.
playing Diablo 4.
He's a fucking dirty drug addict.
He's a fucking gamer, dude. He's a gamer head. Dude, he's a fucking slave to the sticks, dude. He can't stop. He can't stop. Well, his vast array of commitments have left everyone wondering how on earth did he find time to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Damir Sabik, a 29-year-old devotee of the Diablo franchise,
Asshole.
a cool guy, said it took him about 80 hours to reach the 129th tier of the pit in December. He said he stopped playing at that point because leveling up became so tedious.
Jeez.
He described Musk's claim of clearing the 150th tier in November as insane. He was saying, yo, that's...
Level 150 Diablo.
Oh, Musk got a 150? That's insane. He's legendary.
He fucking crushed a can of monster and gets
Legendary. Speaking on Joe Rogan's podcast in November, Musk, every word of this is like
gets worse.
painful.
Every word gets worse.
Every word of this article is like a fucking spike wedging into my brain.
God.
Speaking on Joe Rogan's podcast in November, Musk claimed to be one of the top 20 Diablo 4 players in the world. What an outrageous... I mean, he also
gives a fuck?
Yeah, he also said he probably spent more time playing the shooter game Quake during the last year in college than he did it all.
For losers.
He goes, I'm the top 20 best at Diablo, but to be honest, I play more Quake. He's like, right, so are you going to keep democracy in place? I love Quake. Playing video games isn't Musk's only time-sucking passion. Last year, through the end of July, he posted on X about 13,000 times.
Jesus Christ.
Or about 61 posts a day. The Wall
Jesus
Street Journal
Christ.
previously reported. How does he do it all, Trent? Speaking at the Wall Street Journal CEO Council in 2023, Musk said he tries to focus on just one company per day. Other tech executives have found ways to game while managing large companies. Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Facebook parent Meta, has long been enamored with the strategy game Civilization. Phil Spencer.
What happened to fucking Super Mario Brothers?
What happened to fucking the Rockefeller and those guys weren't fucking playing Civilization and Diablo 4. All right, they were beating poor children with a stick
Right.
outside of the bank. They go, get away from me. The CEO of Microsoft also plays a lot of cool phone games.
The CEO of Microsoft?
Yeah, he plays a lot. Phil Spencer. He loves games on his phone.
He loves games on his phone. Oh my god.
So that's good. It's good to know that.
Well, what happened to men? They're fucking losers. Everyone's a fucking loser now.
It's cool, man. He plays tons of Quake and Diablo.
Yeah. Fuck,
These are cool
fuck
games.
all these people.
Phil Spencer loves phone games.
Phil Spencer. I never even heard of this guy.
Me neither. Musk claimed that he completed in under 2 minutes the 150th tier of the pit in Diablo
Not the only
4.
thing he completes in under 2 minutes.
Yeah, him and me both.
That's the one thing we have in common.
Yeah. Shows he is one of its top-ranking players, according to at least one unofficial leaderboard that's based on user submissions. Microsoft's Blizzard Entertainment, which released Diablo 4 in June 2023, doesn't maintain a leaderboard of its own on the game, so it could all just be bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
Some players speculate that Musk paid someone to grind his or her way to the top on his behalf.
Yeah, probably.
Grinding refers to having to complete a
Grinding
series of
refers to going to open mics around the city.
going to open mics and recording 4 or 5 podcasts.
4 or 5 podcasts. Yeah, you get Queen's mics on Monday.
Queen's mics on
Tuesday.
Yeah, it's called grinding.
It's called grinding.
Can't stay on the grind,
It's not
dude.
fucking playing somebody to play a video game for you.
Yeah, it's got to grind this week. He's paying a guy $100,000 a year to play Diablo for him, so he can get on the leaderboard. That's basically the moral of the story.
Jesus Christ. Good God.
Yeah, because you can't even get to the pit unless you do all these monotonous tasks. Yeah. So I think he paid a guy to do those for him.
Just pay $100,000 to get me to the pit. Please, I'll do anything. Just give me to the fucking
Give me to the pit. Hire whoever we have to. Imagine, what do you do for work, honey? Well, I've been grinding at Diablo for Elon Musk.
I actually helped Elon get to the pit. So,
oh wow, is that something to do with getting a person on Mars?
No,
close,
it's
not quite. Yeah, not
have
quite.
you heard of the Diablo games?
The Diablo franchise.
This is the 4th one.
So yeah, actually, Elon's a little busy playing Quake, so I have to grind on Diablo for him.
So anyway, well, Joe. Speaking of powerful people, this is from the Wall Street Journal. Headline: Balance of power shifts back to bosses.
Jesus Christ. Good.
Power. More.
More.
We need more. You get less.
Power.
On the surface, the job market looks as strong as ever. They say that. I don't know.
They could tell me anything.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Beneath the surface, workers are getting a very different message.
Yeah,
Their bosses
they're told to bend over and eat shit.
Yeah, bend over and eat shit. It's the motto for 2025 and beyond.
And forevermore.
Forevermore. I'm gonna put it on your license plate.
It's the world we live in.
Yeah, so workers, they're getting a very different message. Their bosses are back in command.
What does that even mean? I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. Big companies are tightening remote work policies, shrinking travel budgets, and cutting back on benefits. On Friday, J.P. Morgan Chase, my bank, my favorite bank,
told everyone to eat shit, bend over, and
told employees that most hybrid workers would have to come back
would
to
be
the
lined
office,
up and assassinated.
put the fucking wood chipper. It would be,
Face the wall.
yeah.
Face the brick wall.
Face a brick wall. Only one of you makes that alive today.
You put bags over all your head.
Most J.P. Morgan Chase told employees most hybrid workers would have to come back to the office 5 days a week starting in March. Amazon.com ordered employees back to the office full-time starting this month, and Dell Technologies did
That's
the
an
same
order.
for its sales team last fall. Companies are slashing perks such as college tuition assistance and time off for a sick pet. Which is fair. I don't think...
Yeah. Sick pet is not
time
really...
off for a sick pet, really.
Right. It does seem like they're going out of their way to find things to take away from people, though.
That's true, yes.
Like, you have to sit and actually think about what you can take away from people to come up with this stuff. How can we really put the squeeze on them?
The moves show how the balance of power between employers and employees has shifted as the labor market has gone from white hot to merely solid.
What does any of that
This could mean anything. From 2020 to 2022, pandemic labor shortages pushed wages up sharply, and those who left one job could easily find another. The rate at which workers quit surged, and unemployment fell in early 2023 to 3.4%, the lowest in more than 50 years.
Wow.
Unemployment has since risen to 4.1% in December. Meanwhile, the ratio of vacant jobs to jobless workers has fallen from a record of 2 in 2022 to 1.1 in November. And I've read that sentence multiple times, and I just can't wrap my head around it. I can't wrap my head around what that means.
I heard it. I heard all the words, and my brain said, no, can't actually do that one.
Vacant jobs to jobless workers.
Vacant jobs to so jobs that aren't, like, there's an open job posting.
Yes.
And then people who aren't employed. That ratio has fallen from 2 to 1. But what does that? Does that mean that there used to be more? Fucking, I don't know. Fucking keep going. Fuck it.
I don't know. I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Anyway, I don't know. But I read this book recently about about people that work at like a big box, like a Walmart store.
Yeah.
And I never really thought about this, but they don't really have them in New York. But if you go back home to Kansas City,
oh sure,
or Franklin, Indiana, you may see a sign that says at Walmart up at the front, it says "Help Wanted."
Yeah, of course,
Yes.
Help Wanted.
And then you walk in, and there's fucking nobody working. There's
nobody working.
Register.
Yeah. Self-checkout.
It's all self-checkout and stuff. But apparently, these companies are just hanging those signs up to make it look like they're looking to hire people, but then not. It's just so that they can blame that for why this service is complete fucking dog shit.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the reason. Because they also, other companies are also have real job postings, like Indeed and all that aren't for real jobs,
right?
Because they want to make it look like they're growing as a business and not contracting.
Yeah.
And so that people will go, wow, they must be really sizing up.
Right, sure.
But so people, you applied all these jobs, and it goes right into a fucking paper shredder.
It goes into the trash bin.
It goes right, it gets printed out, and then right into a paper shredder, and then set on fire.
Yeah. So everyone in charge is evil, and it's only going to get worse. But the job market is still, by any metric, healthy. Indeed. Oh, and I'm sorry. Indeed, not Indeed.com. Indeed, vacancies have risen.
The word Indeed. Got it.
Indeed, vacancies have risen since September. Jobs grew by large margin. Blah blah blah. While a shift in leverage to employees might have shown up in layoffs or wage cuts in the past, now it is more subtle, often in changes to working conditions. For example, knowing that some workers will quit rather than return to the office, some companies are ending remote work as a way of trimming payroll.
Get back to the office. We're setting the thermostat to 40 degrees, and we're doubling the overhead lights.
Yeah, we're going to make it complete hell.
Cold metal seats only. Cubicles.
Yeah.
Cubicles going to have a ceiling on it.
Quiet quitting workers who slacked off rather than quit has been replaced by quiet cutting. Employers who cut jobs without actually announcing job cuts.
Wow, quiet cutting.
Quiet cutting.
The quiet strikes back.
Yes.
Wow.
The sequel no one asked for. Michael Gibbs, a professor of economics at the University of Chicago's Booth School of Business
Bullshit school.
Said the new mandates. Bullshit Booth. said the new mandates might simply be a message to workers that times have changed.
Oh, cool. Glad they're paying. Glad they tenured this guy for that.
Firms are trying.
What a genius.
Yes, firms are trying to reset expectations, he said. John Frazee, who runs the workforce practice at consulting firm Incura, said employers' message was, quote, "We'll reintroduce the time off for a sick pet in 4 years when the economy changes again. But for now, you shouldn't get time off to care for a sick poodle."
Wow.
So just, when the economy tanks, you'll be fine. But you got to wait 4 years. So
Yeah, we'll circle back to that one, honey.
yeah, well, from now on, just let your fucking dog die. While the power shift is evident across most of the labor market, it is more evident in white-collar roles. Mark Gazdick was let go from an account management job with a major cruise line in August. After applying for a few jobs and with his savings running low, Gazdick, age 57,
Great name.
Gazdick, age 57, was accepted into a trainee program.
It's so close to Jizz Dick. It's crazy. Gad's dick.
Yeah, Gazdick.
It's worse though. Sounds
100 times worse. I'd rather be named Jizz Dick. Gazdick was accepted into a trainee program to be a flight attendant, a job he held 3 decades ago at less than half his prior salary.
What?
Quote,
It's making less than he made in the 90s?
well, from his
Oh, from
other
the other
job.
job. Got it. Sorry.
Yeah. Quote, "I was nervous about looking like I was throwing in the towel on a white-collar career where I could make a $200,000 salary," he said. "But there's a comfort and safety in this job, and it's so nice to feel
Comfort and safety in
wanted
being a flight attendant?
It's comfort and safety. Meanwhile, every fucking plane, the doors are blowing off.
Yeah. Bolts are just slowly jostling out of the fucking fuselage holes and flying out. Fucking windows are imploding.
Yeah, fucking passengers are fighting each other.
Turbulence.
Fucking zip tie passengers.
Pilots on shrooms cutting the fucking engine off. Yeah, there's a lot of safety.
There's a lot of safety.
Oh,
There's not a lot of safety in the podcast either.
I know. Our light
at
almost
least I can-
collapsed
yeah,
just now, so
But at least I can fucking blow the pilot.
we'll call back to last week's episode. Well, this Trent is from the Wall Street Journal. He may be in a new line of work himself. Be looking for a new line of work. Drake, famous music star.
Yes, Drake the rapper.
Drake the rapper, not of Josh and Drake.
Not Drake Bell.
Yeah, or Sir Francis Drake.
Sir Francis Drake, yes.
Not to be confused with Sir Francis Drake. Pirate commissioned by England to chase the Spanish and circumnavigate the world. A swashbuckling tale of heroism and daring.
Yes, a rip-roaring inventor.
Yeah. No, this is not quite the
is Drake.
swashbuckling tale.
Drake Aubrey Graham, I believe his real name.
Yeah. Well,
Used to be an actor. Used to be on Degrassi.
Child
in a wheelchair.
actor.
Child actor. He was famous for playing a cripple.
His face for playing cripple. And now he's been crippled by his
Like
musical adversary,
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. LA's finest.
Yes, LA's finest, performing at the Super Bowl halftime show. Give a little plug for the Pepsi Super Bowl halftime
The
show.
Pepsi Super Bowl halftime show.
And we're all excited for that.
We're all excited for that. Where he'll be dissing Drake in front of the whole world.
The only thing the whole world watches.
In lockstep every year. Drake's suit says Universal Music defamed him in Lamar diss track. The rapper Drake sued Universal Music Group for defamation, arguing the label profited from Kendrick Lamar's diss track, Not Like Us, in which Lamar calls Drake a pedophile. Drake's federal lawsuit, filed in New York Southern District on Wednesday, accused Universal of stoking a widely publicized rap beef between him and Lamar that would turn Lamar's song into a mega hit. Drake said the song was...
Now, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, interrupt away.
But have you listened to this tune?
I think I heard one of them. I don't know if this was the one that I heard, because they had a few back and forth.
Yes, they were going back and forth. They got into a bit of a spat.
It was a rap spat, the likes of which we have not seen since the era of Biggie and Tupac.
Yes, exactly.
Biggie and Tupac, and so they got into... Yeah, I mean a real bad spat. No, I did hear. I heard one of the songs. I don't know if this was the song that I heard, but well, Drake said the song encouraged violence against him and threatened his safety. Lamar, who wrote and performed the song, wasn't named as a defendant in the suit, so he's going after Universal, not
Big
Lamar.
wigs, yes,
because he learned his lesson about going
you don't go.
Hey, if you're gonna shoot the king, aim for the head. Well, Universal. Quote, intentionally sought to turn Drake into a pariah, a target for harassment, or worse, the lawsuit alleged. Quote, Drake is not a pedophile. Well, it's easy for them to say that now. Universal denied the allegations Wednesday, saying it had invested massively in Drake's music. Quote, not only are these claims untrue, but the notion that we would seek to harm the reputation of any artist, let alone Drake, is illogical. The company said.
No record company has ever done anything bad.
yeah, why would a record company want to rip down one of their big stars?
Yeah.
A dramatic spat between the superstar artists spilled out in the open last year. The series of dueling... Hold on, I got to find the other...
Dueling fates.
Dueling tracks.
Oh.
Over several songs, Lamar accused Drake of committing sex crimes and compared him to the disgraced movie producer Harvey Weinstein, which, by the way... I mean, we can all agree that one was too far. That was unfair.
Weinstein?
Yeah.
He got a bad rap. Yeah.
When they canceled Weinstein, that's how I knew that whole woke cancel thing went to
woke crap.
More woke crap.
I said they're going after Weinstein. I said the Me Too movement's gone too far.
It's gone too far. Drake alleged that Lamar had physically abused his own fiancée.
Drake?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Many fans crowned Lamar the winner because of his track "Not Like Us."
Yes, and a knockout, a total knockout.
A knockout was the most commercially successful song of the beef.
Huh.
The track is nominated for multiple Grammy Awards, including Song of the Year, the best Grammy Award of all. Yeah. Drake, the creme de la creme.
The big one. He's going to win the big one.
He's going to win the big one.
Yeah.
Drake, in his lawsuit, accused Universal, the world's largest music company, of promoting Lamar over him because it owns and profits from Lamar's back catalog. The suit also said Universal negotiated for Lamar to play Not Like Us at the Super Bowl next month. So they go, Lamar, play the song.
Play it, do it. Call
Everybody likes it. At the Super Bowl. Yeah. Drake's lawyer said that Universal wanted to devalue Drake's music to get more favorable terms when they renegotiate Drake's contract this year. So it actually does kind of make sense.
Yeah.
First of all, they own all of Lamar's back catalog. They don't own all of Drake's back catalog.
Right.
So all of Drake's best hits, they don't own. Somebody else owns it,
right.
I'm assuming. And they have all Lamar's stuff. So if they can make it seem like he's up for a new contract this year.
Right.
They want to devalue the contract.
Sure.
Trent's all about the contract.
Yes,
so
it's about the
it leads one to
contract.
believe, was this beef war orchestrated by a record company?
Jeez, you would hate to think something nefarious like that, my friend.
You would hate to think. I mean, that would be like if the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight was just some sort of crazy PR stunt.
Netflix cash grab.
It was like a cash grab.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know.
Well,
I'd hate to say something like that.
Drake and his attorneys think perhaps it was.
Jeez.
UGM was used its massive resources as the world's most powerful music company to elevate a dangerous and inflammatory message that was designed to assassinate Drake's character. It led to actual violence at Drake's doorstep.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah, well, we'll get into it. Drake, whose legal name is...
Someone put dog shit on his thing and rang the bell, ran off.
Yeah, they lit a bag of... what they did, and I don't know how they came up with this, but they had a dog crapped into a brown lunch bag. And they put it on his doorbell,
lit it
on fire, and then they did a ding-dong ditch. And they hid in the bushes.
Yeah, he fucking got his fucking Jordans all
Yeah,
Covered in dog shit. When he had to stomp it out.
Had to stomp it out. Drake blamed Universal for threats against him. His lawyer said shortly after the beef exploded in May last year, at least one gunman opened fire at Drake's Toronto home and wounded his security guard.
Oh my God, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, neither did I. The Universal does not want you to know about that.
No, I haven't. I hate to say this, Joe. I haven't really kept on about my Drake news.
Neither did I. And it's weird because I signed up for Drake updates on my phone.
Yeah, I signed up for Drake Google
I said, Alexa, enable Drake push notifications. But so his security guard got fucking shot. Over the next few days, there were 2 break-in attempts, according to the suit. Quote, in all the years he's been a celebrity, nothing like the events of early May have ever happened to Drake before, the lawsuit said.
God.
Adding that he pulled his son out of school for fears over safety.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he likes to be closer to children.
Well, be careful, Joe. We might get sued.
Yeah, no, just kidding around here. It's just kind of a joke. This is sort of a joke.
It's not like a rap song.
Parody podcast.
Yes.
A rap song, very serious.
It's meant to be taken seriously.
Podcast, not that serious.
Jokes.
Just jokes.
Oh, we like to joke around. But he did text Millie Bobby Brown when she was a young underage lady. I mean, you know Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, well, he would...
She's from Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah. Which one is she? Is she 11?
She's 11.
11.
She's 11. And that's when Drake was texting her.
And she loves waffles.
That's when Drake was texting her.
She loves waffles.
When she was 11.
When she was 11, yeah. Well, Drake would groom...
She loves waffles. She loves it, yeah.
It was called grooming.
Grooming.
They called it.
Yes.
So...
Grooming, like what a lot of teachers do if you listen to the alt-right.
Yeah.
Well, Joe.
So, I don't know. I was rooting for Kendrick before, obviously, because it just seemed like he won. But
yes.
Now I hate to say it. I feel a little bad for Drake, to be honest.
Well, after that story, you do feel a little bad for Drake, but I'll wait.
He's getting squeezed by the record company.
He's getting squeezed.
He's getting squeezed.
There's no doubt about
He's
that.
getting squeezed and shot.
He's been
shot at.
been treating like us. He's been told to bend over and eat shit.
He's been told to bend over and eat shit. The bosses are taking back power.
Yeah, they're taking back power. Well, Joe, is this our final story?
Well, it's our final story.
Well,
now, we do have a visit from our friends from Pepper and Salt to round us off.
Of course, I can't wait for that.
Wouldn't be an episode without a visit from Pepper and Salt.
This is from the Wall Street Journal.
Okay. Headline:
to woo Trump, Zuckerberg unleashes the real Mark.
God.
Mark Zuckerberg.
I want to be at least 100 miles away from the real Mark.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I can't wait till I unleash the real Joe to try to win back Sarah. To woo Trump. Yeah. The real Mark.
Mark Zuckerberg wants to Donald Trump, our current, tomorrow will be our current.
What? Start over. What are you saying?
I interrupted myself.
Okay.
Mark Zuckerberg wants Donald Trump to get to know the real Mark. That is the latest message the shape-shifting chief executive.
He's a filthy shapeshifter.
He's a filthy shape-shifting lizard person.
He was the most. He was the biggest ally you'd ever fucking met in your life in 2019.
Right. He was sucking fucking Joe Biden's cock.
Yeah.
Sought to relay to the masses.
He made his profile picture a black square in 2020.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the message he sought to relay to the masses as he pushes an increasingly frenzied effort to recast himself as a friend of President-elect Donald J. Trump at a moment of peril and opportunity for meta platforms. On Friday, by the way, I feel like meta platforms seems to be always in peril.
Yeah, they are always in peril. Yeah. Well, he's testifying in Congress every 3 years. I hope that Trump doesn't take the bait. I hope that he just tells him to bend over and eat shit. I hope they come down on him. And
I know. I doubt that'll happen. But stranger things have happened.
Stranger Things 11.
Yes. On Friday, he met with the president-elect in Florida for the second time in 7 weeks
Jesus.
and torched Meta's long-standing diversity policies. Zuckerberg was at Mar-a-Lago in part to mediate a lawsuit Trump brought against Facebook and Zuckerberg in 2021 over the platform's suspension of his account following the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol.
They took down Trump's Facebook?
Yeah, after that terrible day on January 6th.
That was nothing more than a panty raid. That's what they said at Fox News after. Just some guys having fun.
Yeah, it's just a panty raid.
It's a panty raid.
They just raided the
Also,
they did a panty raid on the Speaker of the House. So, I mean, big whoop.
Yeah, it took a fucking hammer to his head.
So they got rid of his Facebook account after January 6th. Among the options for resolution is a monetary settlement. Also on Friday, so Trump may be getting some money.
Oh, awesome.
Also on Friday, he appeared on Joe Rogan's podcast to trash the Biden administration and extol the benefits of masculinity and corporate leadership.
Yeah. Did you see any of that? It was crazy.
No, but there's a quote for him before we get into it.
Okay.
I quote, I do think a lot of our society has become kind of like neutered or emasculated, Zuckerberg said in an interview with a podcaster. I didn't watch any of it. I didn't
watch any. I just saw some clips or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was him saying that. Then he's talking about how he wants a more aggressive work environment. He goes, work environment should be more masculine and aggressive.
What does that mean?
I don't know. And he's like, me and my bros, like, it's insane.
Oh my God.
It's like a guy. He's so clear. It's so obvious. There's no subtlety to any of this at all.
No.
He just wants to look like
it's the real Mark.
It's the real. It's the real Mark.
He's a masculine man. We've always thought he was a masculine man.
He's a masculine guy.
Man we've ever seen.
Yeah.
He makes fucking Clint Eastwood look like a giant pussy.
Yeah.
But also, it's so funny because if Facebook started out, he's always been an evil little.
He's
grimy,
always been a scumbag,
beady-eyed weasel worm.
Yeah. It started out as a way for him to rank
ladies,
chicks.
Yeah, which is actually pretty cool. But
yeah, that was cool.
I'm just upset it was before my time. But quote: when you're running a company, people typically don't want to see you being this ruthless person. He said. He said that people who have seen him competing in jiu-jitsu have remarked, that's the real Mark.
People see him competing in jiu-jitsu and they go, now that's the real Mark.
Their buddy. That's the real Mark.
That's the real Mark.
The day capped off the latest iteration of Zuckerberg's long-time inclination to, quote, move fast and break things.
What? Move fast and break things.
That's his apparently, according to what this says here, that's his long-time inclination.
That's his he has the inclination of an 8-year-old kid on Ritalin?
Yeah, to move fast and break things. Apparently, this guy's never read The Tortoise and the Hare. But a mantra he has used to steer himself and his company through one crisis after another for 2 decades. So maybe this motto is why Meta is always in peril.
Yeah, because he's moving fast and breaking. Fucking no wonder why he
doesn't think anything through at all.
What a stupid fucking asshole.
Fucking scumbag.
He's a scumbag fucking worm prick.
The personal...
He's a scumbag worm prick.
He's a fucking pig and an asshole.
He's an asshole pig.
Yeah. The person
he believes in nothing. Also,
no, yeah.
All he believes in is keeping his company, making as much money as possible.
Yeah,
that's why he's putting on all this bullshit.
Jiu-jitsu.
He's wearing chains and he's going, fuck women,
yeah,
and
perm.
I'm a masculine alpha male, and I love Trump, and
your body, my choice is what he's.
Yeah, that's what he says. That's his new motto.
That's his new motto. And he goes, you know what? You can go ahead and call any gay person mentally ill. And
yeah.
And that's actually our company policy. You have to call them that.
You have to call them that. The algorithm rewards that.
Yeah.
And move fast and break things, and it's their body and my choice.
Yeah. The personal and company-wide shifts go back a decade. After revelations of Russian election interference in 2016, Zuckerberg appeared to embrace content moderation initiatives. He is now disbanding. He also completed a walking tour of 30 states in 2017.
What? Why would they add that?
It's so out of place for that.
It's so wildly out of play. Wait, can I see that?
Yeah.
Where is it? He also completed a walking tour of 30 states in 2017.
It adds nothing.
It adds nothing, and then they just go on like they
Yeah.
didn't even say that. 2020, Meta and other companies moved to aggressively police the discourse.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
it's like they needed to fill up another line.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's one of the most bizarre choices I've seen. Taking
Wow.
advantage of Meta's, but good for him. A walking tour. He's like
Walking
fucking-
tour, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like Forrest Gump.
yeah. It's a little saw. I thought he likes to move fast and break things.
It makes yeah. Well, yeah.
Thought it'd be
Should have
like a
thought
running
maybe a
tour.
running tour. Yeah.
Should run with scissors in his hands.
I wish he ran with scissors in his hands. Fucking cut his jugular. Taking advantage of Meta's unique structure, which gives him majority control of voting shares at the $1.5 trillion company. Zuckerberg has moved.
Because of our unique structure, I have majority shares in all of the Meta platforms.
like a god.
But I like to think that jujitsu and people who see me perform that's actually that's actually the kind of the real mark, if you will. But no, I do think that aggression and kind of sticking it to libs and gay guys is awesome in the workplace.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. So there's a unique structure where he's in control of the company that he
Cool.
started. Yeah.
What a unique.
Yeah, so it's pretty
Awesome.
cool. It's really
Cool
really
thing,
sick.
yeah.
Zuckerberg has moved with unusual speed.
Wow.
He likes to move fast and break things. I mean, he's got to
Wow.
move at unusual speed. Since the start of 2025.
But has he speed ran the pit in under 2 minutes?
Well, no.
Yeah.
Only
didn't
one
think so.
man has. The coolest man alive.
It'd be tough to be the second coolest guy in the world.
Oh, yeah. So Zuckerberg has moved with unusual speed since the start of 2025 to head off attacks from a president-elect who last summer threatened to put him in prison for life.
In prison for life is crazy.
So
That's so funny.
now he's
They should put him in prison
they
for
should
life. That
put
would
him in
be
prison
fucking
for life.
awesome.
Yeah, but now he's
It's the only time I've ever agreed with Donald Trump
Yeah.
about anything. Put him in prison for life.
Now he's donating millions of dollars to his fucking whatever they call
Brand
that
new
thing.
Mar-a-Lago.
In recent weeks, others have resolved legal matters involving Trump. ABC News agreed in December to contribute $15 million to Trump's presidential foundation or museum.
ABC News?
Yeah, to settle a defamation
Christ.
lawsuit filed by Trump
Oh,
against the
oh,
network
okay.
and its star anchor George Stephanopoulos. So
George
that's cool.
Stephanopoulos.
That's cool. You can just kind of sue the news and get away, and they'll pay you $15 million.
Seems like he's getting away with just about anything and everything.
Yeah, just let him do whatever the fuck he
They also
wants.
threw all his criminal trials out the window. They go, whoop,
Yeah.
never mind. I'm not going to be the one judge that sentences you to something before you
Right.
become the president.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. It's all cool.
All
It's
that
all
shit's
well
out
and
the
good.
window,
It's great.
so-
We should all be happy. Zuckerberg's decision to lavish attention on Trump comes as other tech titans have taken a welcoming posture toward the incoming first couple. This
I don't
month-
think I've ever seen this many people
Fucking
so
line up to suck a guy's
terrified
cock.
and fucking in line to fucking bend over. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
no one's ever.
Oh,
it seems
it's-
like is no one fighting back at all? I don't think
No.
anybody is.
No.
Even the ACLU is like, yeah, we're cool. Trump. It's like nothing. It does not feel like the last time. The last time's like we're gonna fight back or whatever. This time everyone's like, you know what? I actually a bit of an alt-right guy myself.
Yeah, I always have been. I always will be. No, it's sickening.
Scary.
Sickening, yeah. This month, Amazon.com's Prime Video, my favorite streaming service, license what it said was a documentary about former and future First Lady Melania Trump. The $40 million licensing deal, which includes the film and a 3-part docuseries, is being done with her cooperation. And she will have an executive producer credit. Jeff Bezos, who founded Amazon, remains its executive chairman. So that's good. I can't wait to watch the fucking a documentary and a 3-part docuseries about Melania Trump. One of the most interesting people to ever exist.
Well, it'll be mandated watching.
yeah, mandated watching.
There'd be a Gestapo over here with a gun to your head while you watch.
And what
Melania
about
die.
this, Joe? I was thinking about this. I went to the movies. I saw Baby Girl.
You went to the
And
theater.
I went to the theater. I saw Baby Girl.
No, I haven't seen that. I heard it was quite erotic.
It's an erotic thriller.
Yeah.
That's how I describe
Were
it.
you in the back of the theater just fucking pumping?
Let me tell you, I understand what Pee Wee Herman did. But
Never had more sympathy in the world for that guy.
yeah. I guess this guy had the right idea.
Yeah, he got it. He figured it all out.
But anyway, they played a trailer for.
I bet you wish you had one of those Dune popcorn buttons. They should sell those for the baby girl.
Yeah, they should. Or fucking one with Nicole Kidman's face. But so anyway, it's not about Baby Girl. I brought it up because there was a trailer for a new Marvel film, and I love my Marvel movies. I'm a big fan of the MCU.
Yeah,
I know.
I love
We both love the MCU.
Yeah, I say, Alexa, set push notifications for MCU updates.
Yeah. So apparently there's a new one out called Captain America.
Yo,
Brave New World.
That's insane.
Brave New World. And
Brave
then
New World.
there was another one a while back, Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah, I remember 1984 Wonder Woman.
And perhaps this is leaning towards a conspiracy.
Oh, interesting.
But I was thinking,
Oh wait, yeah, the names Brave New World 1984.
maybe these fucking evil Disney and all these people, they're naming these things after dystopian movies to fuck it. So Captain America will be the first thing that pops up when you search Brave New World. So
Wait, what's the theory? So if I Google Brave New World,
so instead of the book, which warns against the
which
evils
warns against the evils
of what's happening in
what's happening in the world,
it'll be Captain America.
That's wow. I like this conspiracy theory a lot. What'll be next? It's gonna be Ant-Man, Fahrenheit 451,
She-Hulk, Animal Farm,
Deadpool, The Jungle.
So all these books.
It is true.
Yeah.
If you Google that shit, I'm trying to think of another example, but this happened to me recently. I was like, this is like a iconic piece of literature.
Right.
And now all I'm getting is like Diablo 4, the Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah. So that's something to think about. That's what
that's it. I liked it. I liked it. We stopped for that. That was good.
So anyway, I mean,
he's a scumbag.
He's
piece
a
of shit. What else
scumbag.
needs to be said?
Zuckerberg, we'll wrap it up with this. Zuckerberg signaled on the Rogan podcast that he intends to shrug off any criticism for now, asserting that he has a better sense of how to handle content moderation. Quote, my view at this point is like, all right, we started off focused on free expression. We kind of had this pressure tested over the last period. I feel like I just have a much greater command of what I think the policy should be, and this is how it's going to go going forward.
Which is just zero fact checking.
Yeah, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
You can say anything you
You
want.
can say anything you want except if it's against Donald Trump.
yeah, then it'll be fucking taken down immediately. Yeah. Well, the good news is in 4 years he'll switch all the way back to the other side, and he's a fucking shape-shifting asshole prick worm. Yeah, well, that might have been the last one. I don't even know if it was a free election. It's fucking Starlink satellites. Anyway, that's not everything. We have a visit from our friends, Trent. Pepper and Salt. Excuse me, Pepper and Salt. Pepper and Salt is the only cartoon strip in the Wall Street Journal.
Yes.
Often signed by completely different illustrators every time, even though the illustrations look exactly the same every time. Okay, so this one, very simple. It's just a man and a woman, and they're holding hands.
Tale as old as time.
And they're looking at each other, kind of like intensely.
Yes.
It's just a man and a woman standing, holding hands, looking directly at each other.
Yes, loving.
I think it's the man talking.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, he says, here's the caption. I'd like to take our relationship to the next level and give you my real name.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. So
I thought there might be one something else.
No. So he says, so man and woman holding hands. He says, I'd like to take our relationship to the next level. Give you my real name. My real name. So, yeah.
Perhaps it's a commentary on online dating.
Maybe it's a scathing critique of trans culture. I don't know.
Yeah.
What could it be?
Jeez.
I'd like
Hold it
to
up
take
to the
a-
camera.
Yeah. Well, yeah. let us know what you think it means. We don't know.
Like to take our relationship to the next level.
To the next level. Maybe it's speaking to how I don't know how vapid and shallow modern dating is. I don't know what they're trying to say here.
Perhaps, yes. And I don't want to sound that now. I don't want to sound like Holden Caulfield here, but maybe it's a commentary on how everyone's a big fat phony.
I didn't understand the first part of the reference, but
It's a Catcher in the Rye. His name's Holden Caulfield, and he calls everybody a phony.
well, Catcher in the Rye. That's the new Wolverine movie. Wolverine, Catcher in the Rye.
Wolverine, Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah. So. Well, yeah, let us know what you think of pepper and salt, what it means. We're at a loss, as always. And as always, thank you for listening. That has been this episode of the Echo Chamber Podcast.
Yes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that shit.
Yeah, whatever. We blew our wad on the podcast. We can't enunciate anything.
No.
That's been the podcast. As always, this is Joe signing out.
And this is Trent giving you my real name. Signing off.
Bye-bye.